Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about our vision for the next year. Happy almost New Year, by the way. And I'm going to give you what my vision is for the channel. And we're going to read an article from the Epoch Times titled Chief Builder, Father of 16 creates a business model to help families thrive. And then we'll go into, some vision casting for next year. Okay, so here we go. In a 1798 letter to George Custis, his adopted grandson, President George Washington wrote, "System in all things should be aimed at, for in execution it renders everything more easy." By system, Washington meant a daily schedule that, if followed, might allow the undisciplined Custis to make considerable progress in whatsoever line is marked out for you. Connor Gallagher of Charlotte, North Carolina, takes that concept of a system to a radically higher level. As the father of 16 children and a CEO of several enterprises, Gallagher applies the principles and systems of the business world to the home. Of his tribe of offspring, who range in age from 5 months old to 22 years old, Gallagher said with a chuckle, "People say, 'Oh my gosh, how do you raise 16 children? I can barely raise 2. And I say to them, I don't raise 16 children, I manage environments." Just as systems, good or bad, shape the environment of a workplace, so too, Gallagher contends, they shape the environment in a home. And every system, he says, is the fruit of the vision behind it. The vision statement is the foundation of it all, Gallagher said. That's not meant to be some platitude, it's really meant to be a foundation, and particularly in a marriage. When we apply a vision statement to marriage and a family, it should serve as a reminder that you and your spouse are literally on the same page. We have a complete agreement, complete unity on the ultimate goal of this family. Gallagher and his wife Ashley, who've been married 24 years, have their own vision statement to help them keep going when life gets a little chaotic. When you have that hanging on the wall in front of your face and you can look at it on a regular basis, it will help you put the small conflicts in the proper place. And you won't blow those out of proportion and let them ruin your everyday life, your marriage, your relationships. Once mom and dad have a written vision statement, clear markers, and aspirations for creating a healthy marriage and a loving family, Gallagher suggests several systems based on those principles and intentions that will help them manage their lives and the household. These systems aim at specifics: improved relationships, a home that operates smoothly and according to a schedule, ways to make decisions both major and minor, and the ability to measure progress in advancing toward individual and family goals. To help make these goals become realities, he wrote a new book, Well-Ordered Family, supplying an abundance of advice and several dozen checklists and charts under rubrics like the marriage check-in, a weekly heart-to-heart to keep spouses on the same page, the family huddle, brief meetings to set the schedule and logistics for the coming week, and the family scorecard, tangible measurements of the progress made by the family and individuals. Part of the program Gallagher and his wife employ in their home is called Key Family Policies. Some examples are morning routines, schoolwork, chores, and smartphone usage. This last one is most worrisome to Gallagher when it comes to creating healthy families. We are lulled into an artificial sense of comfort that this digital consumption, watching TV, flipping through YouTube shorts, playing video games, is providing us rest, he said. We allow our children to consume far more than is good for them. We're so exhausted spiritually because we're so busy physically. To counter these ubiquitous electronic diversions and dangers, Gallagher offers a digital policy builder, suggestions, forms, and charts designed to provide rules and boundaries for screen time, tracking the time allotted for these entertainments, for example, and the exclusion of smartphones from the dinner table. I believe that the digital policy builder is the most urgent of all the tools that I offer, he said, and it has proven to be so in my own family. The constant digital bombardment is a serious spiritual threat to the well-being of families, and this is not hyperbole. This is statistics, so families are under assault. We must, as parents, get a crystal clear digital policy written down so that our kids, no matter what their age is, little kids all the way up to teenagers, know exactly what the rules are in regard to all digital devices. While screens may require immediate attention, it's the family master plan that is the heart of Gallagher's system. His blueprint for this plan is SWOT: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Still following his business model, among other tools, Gallagher offers a scorecard to parents for keeping track of progress and maintaining awareness in each of these areas. Whenever we get extremely focused on becoming excellent at something, whether it's athletics, investments, whatever it is, we begin to measure things with precision because we know excellence arises there. So if you want to be excellent at family life, you're going to have to start measuring something. Using his own family as an example of how this plan works, Gallagher said, "So we measure how many times a week we pray as a family, how many times a month we go to confession as a family, how many times we give out financial penalties for our kids for not doing their chores correctly." It keeps our family focused on making small improvements on a regular basis, and it keeps the stress down. His well-ordered family model can also help smaller families, a single mother, for instance, with 2 children. Whether it's divorce or death, and you have a parent going it alone, it's important that the parent get crystal clear on what their purpose is on paper, he said. It really helps. Something magical happens. Pen hits paper and they get crystal clear about what the systems and roles and responsibilities are for each family member. Gallagher said Gallagher had some thoughts regarding teens in a single-parent household and in all families. The systems and agenda I've created invite that teenager stuck between childhood and adulthood into a leadership position in the family. Because ultimately, they long to be of meaning and purpose to the family. On his website, wellorderedfamily.com, Gallagher offers some of the tools included in his book, as well as a free family assessment test. He's also doing coaching sessions. Most mornings, Gallagher takes a walk with 2 or 3 children for 15 to 20 minutes down the road by his house to a little bridge over a nearby creek. "I don't check my mail," he said. "I'm not checking my phone. It's just a mosey down the gravel road, and there's eternity right there. And you have to find things like that." Such speculation seems natural in a man who's earned a master's in philosophy before going to law school. Gallagher understands that with all the tools, lists, and guides he uses and hopes others will adopt, here is one outstanding reason for all of his planning. Some golden time alone with the kids, a night out with the spouse, some evenings spent reading or thinking. You must plan these things, he said. You must create a rule of life for yourself where you're building those types of eternal moments into your schedule. And working out this part of the schedule, making that magic happen, is up to the individual. The Greek etymology of architects, chief builder. The Greek etymology of architects is chief builder, Gallagher said. You are the chief builder of your family's environment. If you don't have time to go out with your wife, it's because you built it that way and no one else. I call myself the architect of my family. It is my job to build structure, the order, and the routines of our family. So there you go. The importance of casting a vision and creating systems. And that's also what I do with the people that I work with as well. When you work with me, you get a crystal clear outline going all the way from your values down to your daily decisions. And I'd like to share with you my vision for this coming year and my coaching practice in general. And that is here. So, my question to you now is, what is your vision for this coming year? Sit down and think about it. Really, what would you like to see happen in this coming year? And if you want to get really granular with it, you can break it down into specific parts of your life. You can set goals for health and fitness, career and business, finance and net worth, family and friends, spirituality or your spiritual growth, fun, recreation and hobbies, personal development, and romance and relationships. That way, you'll get crystal clear on what you want to do and where you want your life to go in this next year and beyond. So, I hope you found that to be helpful. Of course, if you want any help with any of that, you know where to reach me. There's a link down in the description where you can schedule a free call with me and we can talk about where you're at and where you want to go. All right? I wish you all the best in the new year, and I hope to see you next time as we go from this to the next bump in the road.